But cool. So today what I wanted to focus on quick was just getting the player position syncing working in Minecraft. So we'll go ahead and just start with that. Okay, cool. What I want to start with is just literally building the game here and getting it started. Cool. So if I just do publish, oh no, I do have a publish thing here. I suppose I should run Spacetime, right? Spacetime start on here. Spacetime start. Cool. So what I have open right now is I have open two separate Minecraft clients, and I'm actually going to be connecting both of them to see what it looks like. We should actually technically get two players in the game, but their positions are not going to work. So actually, I'm not sure if it'll work right off the bat, but we'll see. Because we obviously have some implementation here that we have to add. Like we have on handle position callback, on handle position look, and on handle look callback. So we'll have to do those things. Cool. So this should actually be running for us. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So I should be able to pull up in both clients now. Theoretically. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So they cannot see each other yet. But they are both in the same world. Can I like, oh, I can do this. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So like, for example, I can like prove that they're in the same world by like going over here. I can destroy this block here, and it does actually show up on this other client. So they are actually in the same world, but they can't see each other. Okay. Okay. So when you receive a position update from a player, you have to get the entity tracker for that entity and then set the position of that. And then we're going to set the position here. So let's scaled is equal to that. And then self position is equal to this thing. Okay. When does this actually get sent out though? Set position, self position. Okay. When does this position get sent out? It must be this. Okay, what is this called? This is called update players. So we have send position, send look. Okay, right. So the way that the original Minecraft server does this is that when you receive a position and a like rotation from a client, it kind of checks to see if it should even send these updates out. Like if you go to rotate your position and your position, like, or sorry, if you go to rotate your character and your character is not rotated very much, it doesn't even send that rotation out. But I do think that probably where we're going to start with is just sending everything. Okay, so we have tracker dot what? Right, let me take a quick look at this. So this is the entity that's being tracked, the distance, all this stuff. And then there's an entity view. That's what we actually want. We don't want SpacetimeDB entity tracker. We want, well, no, we do. We just need this tracker. So we're going to say let tracker is equal to this. Unwrap. And then we're going to say for view in SpacetimeDB entity view. Filter by target ID. Yeah, filter by target ID. Tracker.entity ID. Okay. So then this is all the stuff that's viewing this entity. So then we're going to say let ID is equal to view dot. Okay. View dot observer ID. And then we're going to say if let some player is equal to SpacetimeDB server player find by entity ID. Okay. Quick rename this to player ID. Then we're going to do player dot connection ID. we need this guy. So we have the server. So this is going to be server.net send to player. We actually want to do this .get player connection ID. So this would be let client is equal to this thing. And we have client.send, right? Or is it server.net? I think it's server.net.send, and then you pass in the client, which is strange, and then you pass in the packet. So it's a network client and then the packet. So network client. And then the packet. So this value is used after move right because it's in a loop. Okay. Okay, so essentially what this does is we look through all the views, which like a view essentially says that, oh, like an observer's viewing a target, and we're going to then filter on the target ID. So everything that's viewing this specific entity. And then for everyone that's viewing this entity, we're going to send them the entity move packet. And I have not tested this off stream, but we're going to give it a try here. Cool. Go ahead and publish a fresh module, and then we'll go ahead and run the server. Okay, we have some compilation problems. Let's see what's going on with that. I think it's right here. Yeah, okay. It's this one. Okay, so we have update players. We're going to like compute this dx, dy, dz values. So check if the delta can be sent with a move packet. Send look is going to be this. Okay. dx, dy, dz. Okay, so if let sum dx, dy, dz is equal to this. Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, this dx, dy, dz is the difference between the last sent position and the new position of the player. And then we're going to say send position if any of these values is greater than 8. If send position and look, we're going to do this, but it's only dx, dy, dz values. So we have to do this, I think. Oh, interesting. Okay, so like an entity move and look packet here is using dx, dy, dz, but then this one is not. This one is using entity position look, proto entity position and look packet. This one is just using the absolute. Entity position and look. Okay, all right, so I got scammed by this a bit. So there's a packet called entity move and look. This one uses deltas. Then there's entity position and look. This one does not use deltas. This one uses the absolute values. Let's go ahead and just use this one, so we don't have to compute deltas. Okay, set position. Okay, so we have to do this for every position. I forgot this is like how Minecraft handles these position and like rotation values. There's like kind of something strange going on here. So what I want to do is just write a quick function that takes a position and then just also outputs a position. And it's going to be like update position or something. This is like Minecraftify position. Back 3. Okay, X, Y, and Z. then these are IVEC3. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so this is actually an IVEC3. Let's try it again. Oh, connection lost. End of stream. Okay, did we crash? We crashed. Okay, why did we crash? Unwrap on a none value. Main RS 278. Oh, interesting. SpacetimeDB. So there has no SpacetimeDB tracker. I mean, clearly what I'll do here is if this thing doesn't have a tracker, we should probably just be logging here. If let some tracker is equal to this. That's clearly just like a bug, though, in our code that we are not creating trackers for players. So we need to do like a new thing. So if this player doesn't already have a tracker, add one. If SpacetimeDB entity tracker, filter by entity ID. SpacetimeDB entity tracker, insert. SpacetimeDB entity tracker. I'll have to look up the values. There's a very specific like these entity tracker values are like not like they're specific, but they're not like, you know, we'll just quick look them up so we don't have to just come up with them. Yeah, actually I'd recommend too, if you're getting started with Rust, SpacetimeDB is such a good like host for Rust applications. Like the SpacetimeDB modules that you write are such simple Rust because you don't really have to deal with things like you kind of do have to still deal with them from time to time, but like things like lifetimes are less of an issue in like SpacetimeDB modules. Concurrency you don't really have to deal with. Like, so for example, you don't really have to deal with like Tokyo and that sort of stuff. It's a little bit of an easier experience, I think. Let's do publish-c. There's also some problems with restarting the translation layer after it crashes, which I'm not going to investigate right now, but definitely something that we want to fix later. Okay, so we've got one player in. Let's go ahead and check that right away. So we've got one player in the game right now. Okay, we created a new entity tracker, connection ID 1, entity ID 1. Okay, and we crashed. Let's check again. Interesting. Create a new entity tracker, connection ID 2, entity 2. $131. Where's this called from? Oh, on entity view inserted. Oh no. Is this like a... What kind of problem? What kind of problem is this? What kind of problem is this? So we're inside of on entity view inserted. And we don't have the SpacetimeDB. I was wondering, because I was looking at the Rust SDK at one point. This... Every time I've said this, I've been wrong, but this may actually be a bug in the Rust SDK that I think that we've received the SpacetimeDB tracker, SpacetimeDB entity tracker, and the entity view, but maybe it hasn't been like applied yet or something from this. Yeah, entity view inserted during SpacetimeDB handle login. Okay. All right, so we're not crazy. We did actually get the entity view inserted during this reducer call, but for some reason the entity tracker does not exist for this entity, which is so strange. Like, so if I go here and I go SpacetimeDB entity tracker, find by entity ID, and I go and I say new view. Well, hold on. Actually, I like this because then here I can go login, and these are the arguments. So then I can filter the entity tracker I can go let entity is equal to, or sorry, let player is equal to SpacetimeDB server player, and I can look this guy up, filter by connection ID on this login.connection ID. I don't want to filter, I want to find by connection ID. We're going to unwrap. Okay, and then what are we going to do? We are going to go here and say SpacetimeDB entity tracker find by entity ID player.entity ID tracker. So then if we get here, we can say that the tracker does actually exist. Entity tracker does exist. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna have to ask one of the developers on SpacetimeDB about this bug in order to move forward on this. So I don't think I can actually get this working today. Just because, so essentially like we're doing like multiple updates during this reducer call, and it seems like we're getting a callback, but not all of the updates are actually applied. So like there's an inconsistent view on the client, it appears, and this may actually just be a bug in my code, but I might have to sit down with somebody on the SpacetimeDB team just to look at this quick. And I have to run here for a minute. Like I have to run in a minute to go to a meeting anyway, so I might just wrap it up for the day if that's okay. But anyway, we left off with we thought we had a bug. We thought there was a bug, and I actually met with the person who wrote the SpacetimeDB REST SDK, and there actually is no bug. There is a bug. There's a bug in the Minecraft module. So we fixed that. And actually, I want to find this function quick. Is essentially that unwrapping it is going to crash, and it's going to give you an error, and it's going to complain that something is wrong. And the let underscore equals is going to just swallow the error if there's a problem. Which is so much worse than actually just crashing. So essentially, there was a bug here, and the bug was that we had entity ID set to 0 here, which is not good. Because this table has entity ID as a primary key, but not as auto inc. So we were getting like not proper entity IDs here. So anyway, that was the bug. I have not tested since we fixed the bug, but I am confident here that this should fix the problem that we were seeing. So let's go ahead and let's actually do a fresh build here. Let's run this. Okay, I don't remember exactly like where we left off with like what messages we were looking for and stuff, but man, if I see another player in here, I'm gonna be real happy. Nope, we crashed. Okay, not the worst thing though. We crashed. Okay, spawning player, observer ID 1, target ID 2, panicked at main 157, which does not sound familiar to me. So let's check that out. Main 157. Okay, there's no human. There's no SpacetimeDB human. Okay, let's see where we're inserting on that. SpacetimeDB human inserts. Okay, we're getting that here. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Let underscore. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet there's something wrong with that? I'm definitely going to stop using the let underscore equals now after being scammed. I lost like hours. We spent like an hour and a half on just that one instance of using let underscore equals. Let's open up a new tab here and just do spacetime logs minecraft-f. Okay, let's try one more time. We're gonna open both players here. Connection refused, and I think it's gonna be because of this. Yep, I don't know why that happens like once a day. 25565. All right, try one more time. All right, so we've got one player. I am not expecting them to actually both get in. I'm expecting it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Different behavior now. So we must have gotten something in here. Okay, so beautiful. We got a crash. Okay, unique constraint violation. What does that mean? So then if we have a unique constraint violation, we can go to SpacetimeDB human here and see. Oh boy, that was stupid. Okay. So we've already identified that I'm logging in with the same Minecraft account on both of these players. So I had this username marked as unique. So that clearly cannot be the case. We have 2 boppy games in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and try it one more time and we'll see what we get. Yeah, so essentially we inserted, the first player inserts a row into SpacetimeDB human with probably entity ID 1, username Boppy Games, not sleeping, not sneaking. And then the second player goes to log in and they also, well, they're going to try to insert a new SpacetimeDB human row with entity ID 2, which is not a problem. But then they try to use the username Boppy Games, which was a problem. So let's try it one more time. What? Dude, the client crashed. I've never seen a client crash before. What? I didn't even know that was possible. Minecraft has crashed. Minecraft has stopped running because it's encountered a problem. That is insane. I've never in all of my time playing Minecraft, I've never seen a client crash. That is crazy. Okay. Oh, interesting. And we got, oh, let's see. There shouldn't be anything weird in here. No, there still is. Okay, so unwrap unique constraint violation on here still. Oh, no. Cool. So we're not getting a crash in here anymore, which is good. But so we got entity tracker does exist. We're spawning a player. Observer ID 2, target 1. New entity track, observer ID 1, target ID 1. Target ID 2. Entity view inserted during SpacetimeDB handle login. Entity tracker does exist. Spawning player. It's also weird that the second one crashed, isn't it? That's quite strange. Okay. All right. So this is interesting. I started, like, I spawned into the game and we have a very interesting state. We have a Boppy Games here who is looking at the ground kind of, and then we have a Boppy Games in the air. I'm assuming, though, that if we... Okay, and then I spent approximately, I don't know, 10 minutes trying to get Minecraft to launch after it just seemed like it didn't want to launch anymore, and then I finally, like, found the file. I found, like, the jar file to actually, like, get Minecraft launched, like, manually. And then the launcher came back, which is so goofy. Like, the launcher wasn't working, and then I found the file that I needed to execute to get it to start. And then the launcher started working, which was so weird. Okay, so the last time we did this, we got a client crash, which we still have to figure out what's going on with that. Oh. Oh my god, dude, it's working! Okay, cool. All right. Interesting. The animations work too. Can I crouch? Does crouching work? Okay, crouching animation doesn't work. But the walking animation's working. There's a little bit of lag. I don't know why. But it is working. That's huge. Okay. I'm super happy with that. Can I punch? Oh, we timed out. Okay, we have to implement the heartbeat. We're just gonna end up with like 50 Boppy games by the end of this stream. Okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. Which one? Oh, it's this one. Can I punch? Oh, I can't punch. Yeah, because that's going to be like server functionality. So this is cool. We finally have like a multiplayer game here. Can I like I'll break a block that this guy's standing on here. The reason we get disconnected is because we don't have like the heartbeat thing implemented, which we totally could add. Okay, cool. So we've got some warnings in here. Unhandled packet with ID, action packet. This is probably going to be the punching. And then this animation packet here, I think, was probably crouching. So we have some unhandled packets here, but that's okay. Yeah, a lot of this was probably me punching and me doing some other stuff. Oh, you know what? I think I probably know why it was laggy. It's because it's not actually laggy. We're missing some stuff here, actually. Let me jump into here. Yeah, it's not actually laggy. It's we're missing functionality, like some critical functionality here. Modify look, unhandled position. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so essentially there's on-handle position, which is only updated. So on-handle position is only called when only your position updates. So if only your position updates, you will get on-handle position callback. But if your position and your look vector updates, you're going to get on-handle position look, which is strictly different. So here we've got on-handle position look. We're going to have to grab the position and then the look. Here, this is going to come from packet.look, okay, .clone. I don't think, maybe we need that? I'm not sure. Let's say into on this? I don't know. I don't know, dude. Look. Okay, so in SpacetimeDB entity tracker, we need to find all entities that are tracking this entity, and then we're going to send them a packet for entity position and look. Why are you not happy? It's complaining that I've duplicated all these lines. I don't super care right now. I just want to get this kind of working for now. So I'm also going to fill out this guy as well. So on handle look callback. Gonna grab this and then this guy here. Instead of packet clone position, we're gonna say entity position. And I think I have to clone that. Let's give this a try and see if the lag goes away. At first I was like, why is it laggy? Okay, cool. So then got that, and then we'll have a second person come in. Okay, cool. Oh boy. What? Dude, what is his head doing, bro? What is his head doing? Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, so clearly our look... Okay, all right. Our math is wrong. Oh my gosh, it's like something out of a horror movie, dude. It's like... Oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, so clearly the math is just wrong. Oh my gosh, the fact that he's like looking backwards when like his neck is like going crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. See, this is why you have to have a career in game development, is because the bugs are just, honestly, they're just too good. It's too good, dude. Okay, so clearly a bug there. We'll go ahead and look at the look vector code. You'll notice though that the quote-unquote lag we thought we were having was actually just a symptom of not having the thing fully implemented. Sorry. Dude, it's just crazy, dude. Okay, all right. That's so unnatural. Okay. So what did we mess up? So we're calling modify look on packet.look. Let's modify look. I promise you the math in here is not correct. Okay, so we have set look, and the set look takes a look vector 2, and it says scaled is equal to look.multiply by 256 dot divide by tau. And we say, oh. Okay, so we're going to say scale.x, where this x is a float value. We're going to say as I32, and then we're going to say as I8. Why does it go to I32 first, and then down to I8? Oh, there's a comment. Okay, we just have to read. Use our language skills here. We can cast to an I8. This will take the low 8 bits and wrap around. We need to cast to I32 first because float to int cast is saturated by default. I don't know what that means, but I think that we should probably be doing this. Oh, no, I think, okay, I would argue that we are doing this correctly, because if we go look at the result of IVAC2, this modify look, we take look and then we say look X as I8 and look Y as I8 for yaw and pitch. So that's correct. Like we're casting to an I32 here and then we're downcasting to an I8. Okay, so I think we're using it correctly because if you look here, here's an update players, move packet out, move packet, entity position and look. Okay, entity position and look packet. Entity ID X is position 0 of this, so this is XYZ. And then yaw is on 0, pitch is on 1. Let me see if we did that correctly. So yaw is the 0, which in our case is X, so that is correct. Oh yeah, that's funny, the Halo, that literally you just thought of the exact same thing that I thought of. Even if the yaw and the pitch were wrong, we still wouldn't have the, like, the grudge effect. I want to call it the grudge effect. It's like the dude's running with his like head on backwards. It's so weird. All right, let's see if this fixed it. It's better, isn't it? Is it correct, though? Why do we have to... So modify position, if I look at what this does... Why do we have to fix the position, but we wouldn't have to fix the look? Although it doesn't seem like it's entirely correct, though. Like, if I bring both of these guys back in... Okay, let me, like, jump up here. And I take control of this one. You'll notice that it's actually not... It's close, I think. It's close, but it's not completely correct. Okay, the up and down is correct. Maybe it's correct? Is it actually working? See, there is some weirdness there. Do you see that? It is kind of working. They all really like to point this way. They're all really wanting to point that way. That's what they're all doing now. It's weird. Yeah, look at. Okay, the yaw looks, I would say, entirely correct. Well, okay, maybe not 100% correct, because I feel like in real Minecraft it doesn't bend like more than 90 degrees backwards, so the yaw might be off. Or the pitch might be off just a little bit. There's one of these things that's supposed to be deltas, and I'm wondering if like somehow I'm using like absolute positions when it's supposed to be a delta, which is like causing it to like whip around sometimes. Oh, see, that's interesting. Hold on. If I'm just moving, it seems like it's messed up. If I'm not rotating, it seems like it's... If I'm moving and not rotating, it's definitely goofed up here. What do you guys think? Is it going to be normal or is it going to be grudge movies? Let me see that code, please. Okay, let me just super quick, just because I've got this loaded up. Nope, it's back to... Yep. Although that was like, it was correct there. Like, that looks correct to me. Until it, you know. Oh my gosh, interesting. Okay, when I move my position, the rotation is correct. Okay, all right, we have something weird going on here. When I update my position, the rotation is actually correct. But if I move... If I rotate and I move at the same time, it's grudge movie. So that's part of it. This math is correct, but we've got something going on here. And then this one doesn't. Is that? that might be the key to all of this, is that the on-handle position callback reads the look value from the table. It reads... Oh my god, guys. It is a bug in my code. I have figured out what it is. Okay, so in the on-handle position and look callback, and inside of the on-handle look callback, you'll notice which look I'm using. I'm using the look that was in the original packet that was sent by the client. And explicitly what we said was that in the module, we are taking the original look and we are taking the X and Y value, which is the yaw and the pitch, and we're multiplying it, or we're not multiplying it, we're converting it from degrees to radians, and then we're writing it to the table. So then what's happening is that back in the translation layer, when we go to relay this packet information, we're just using the raw look X, look Y from the original packet instead of using it from the table. So here what I would say we should do actually is like let look SpacetimeDB entity filter by entity ID, entity ID. Oh, we already have this. I can just literally say in here, I can just say entity.look. Actually, I want to use this here as well, entity.position. I don't want to say 100% this is going to fix it, but I'm like 90% sure this will fix it. Just another example of doing some sloppy coding here, and we caused a very, very confusing bug. Oh, okay. I don't know why it took a second there, but oh my gosh, it's okay. It's correct, guys. Okay, all right. I believe we fixed it. I think we've legitimately got it working now. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so if I just rotate, it updates. If I just move, it updates. Okay, and then if I move and I update my look, then it's working. Okay, beautiful. Oh, all right, well that was an interesting bug to solve. So we've actually fixed the problem now. We've actually fixed it.